Hello creation, hope you're well. I've just written this, it's come through, it's called "'Twill be sent to cleanse the soul." As grand as pomp appears to be, all is not as it seems. Lies and disillusionments keeps the honey from the bees. Promise after promise made by those behind the changing mask are as the dangling carrot to the donkey, enticing those blind to keep to task. Spirits of enlightenment cultivated great fortitude so as to encourage and lead the way in aid of the human multitude. Energetic mass revealings set to stop all within their tracks. Then, regardless of what the media says, there will be no turning back. God is in the rain. 'Twill be sent to cleanse the soul in many and in different way. God is in the wind. 'Twill be sent to cleanse the soul, where treasures will be found. God is in the fire. 'Twill be sent to cleanse the soul of the mind-controlling liar. God is in the earth. 'Twill be sent to cleanse the soul, revealing all your worth. All is sent to test, for the soul it shall evolve. Beyond that of the ice wall, do you still think the world resolves? Resolves. It should be revolves. Let me read that again. All is sent to test, for the soul it shall evolve. Beyond that of the ice wall, do you still think the world revolves? Wondrous perceptions keep an inquisitive mind interested. Coming is the day to hand, where all shall reap of their investment. Wow, what's that all about then? Well, 'twill be sent to cleanse the soul. I think that's pretty obvious, according to that. But what is it all about? Well, if we didn't have our beliefs tested, then we wouldn't expand, would we? You know, if possibilities didn't exist, then it just wouldn't make sense, would it? You know, so we have to ask questions, don't we? And that's a good question. What's it all about? It's just I just write what comes through. It's if I'm honest, if I'm being totally honest, the energies today have not been. There's something. I can sense something big is about to happen. My third eye feels. I've got such pressure on my third eye at the moment, but it's almost like I'm picking up on the collective, on the energy. It's huge. It's huge. I've not liked these energies today, to be quite honest with you, and it is quite tiring. But it's also the progression of my own personal journey. It's the evolution of my own personal journey as well. So, you know, it'd be grand, wouldn't it, I suppose, if... would it be grand? If, you know, we weren't tested. No, it wouldn't be grand at all, because we wouldn't grow. We wouldn't evolve. You know, we're learning all the time, and some lessons can be harsh ones, but you know, some lessons could be lovely lessons, can't they? You know, it don't always have to be our bloody game. You know, we can. It's like when you see the skilled athlete the one, right, say for instance a football player, a particular football player, who can read the game and dictate the pace of the game that he's playing. Everybody else might be running around like spring chickens, but he knows where to pass the ball, he knows when to pass the ball, he knows where to move to, you know, he manages his movement and his energy very well. So it's the consummate all-rounder, isn't it, who will work hard if need be, but doesn't have to, because he lets the ball do the work. He could stand in one spot, you know, I don't know, some might say, well, no, not if there's someone good who's marking him, yeah, but you get my gist, don't you? It's like a good squash player will, someone who don't play or who's not that very well educated in the game of squash will, if he's playing against a seasoned kind, will be knackered in no time, because you'll be running all over the place and he'll be just stood in the centre of the court and he'll be sending you that way and sending you that way, or she'll be sending you that way, you know. So it's quite a journey. It can be quite a journey, but it can be a good evolution of your own personal journey, depending on how you manipulate your own energies, you know, and the energies that are surrounding you. I'm not about, you know, for any sort of malicious or malevolent purposes. I'm on about just managing your energy better, you know. I knew as soon as I had to go out somewhere this morning, and I knew as soon as I got up, actually, as soon as I got up, I could feel this energy. And I had to take a short trip by car, and the amount that people just nipping in here, and so you're having to jump on your brakes, or people just pulling out too far, so you're having to just swerve to, you know, and it's like, oh, I don't like these energies. These are, but there have been a time, and has been a time before, where I've ended up ignoring those energies when I didn't know better, because I've not learnt my lessons, and I've ended up in a road traffic accident, and that's happened a few times, you know, a couple of times. So believe me, I paid heed to those energies today, and I'm glad to say that I got back in one piece as well, like, you know, because it doesn't have to be your fault, does it? If you take notice of those energies. I couldn't wait to get back, if I'm honest, because right from going out to getting back, there were people pulling out, or people nipping in, or, you know, even people going to step out into the road. What, you know, it's just, I had to be very vigilant today. But I believe that that's at the moment I'm picking up on like a collective, and I'm not liking that energy, I'll be quite honest. But we keep going, don't we? And we transmute it. And if I'm holding space because there's not just me, there's lots of us, and if we're all holding space, then, you know, humanity's not going to go down the pan like some of those energies would like us to, because we're here doing our bit and holding space. It's as simple as that, and we transmute what we have to do. And it can be uncomfortable for a day or a few days or whatever, but that's what we do. Anyway, that's it for now. And so that was called "Twill be sent to cleanse." Twill be sent to cleanse the soul. And I'm not sure whether I'll get one done tomorrow. We'll see. All right, that's it for now. Take care.